Hi, I'm Chris. Welcome to my basement gym. I've got a banded and weighted workout for you this morning. I'm using a pair of 10-pound dumbbells. Feel free to use a 5 or an 8, whatever you have. I also have some tubing here. I have 2 different weights that I am going to be using today. So hopefully you've scored some tubing on Amazon by now. I'm going to use my circular banded tubing today. You can always use the ones with the handles. I find the circular ones are a little bit more flexible for me. If you do have bands, see if you can't find a lighter band. Hopefully you have something around so you have different strengths. If you don't, look them up on Amazon. You might be able to get some variety by now if you still feel like you would like to continue workouts at home. For our warm-ups, we're going to use our closet bar that I have here. So basically what we're going to do is use this guy for general support. First of all, we're going to do some Cuban presses. Warming up the shoulders, we'll also do some body weight squats to help kind of get the legs warmed up. Today's workout is basically going to be a full body. Everything's going to get worked, and I'm going to use multiple movement patterns to be able to execute that today. I want to be able to get as much done as we can in the time that we are allowed. Allow that blood pressure to get up, that heart rate to climb, and feel like you have actually put forth some great effort today. Basically what I'm doing with this Cuban press is I'm shrugging up my shoulders, raising the bar up to chest height, flipping it to the crown of the head, pressing overhead. As I do this, I'm taking my shoulder blades, lifting and squeezing them together, not letting the shoulders collapse, not letting my ribs flare out. This is a great shoulder warm-up. I recommend doing this a lot because our shoulders take a lot of punishment, and we also don't take care enough to stretch them from all of our frontal plane activities like reading, keyboarding, eating, driving. So stretch those shoulders out. Another thing we're going to do is just a clean press overhead, an arcing sweep without letting the ribs flare. Again, take the arm bones, screw them down into your shoulder joint. Bring the shoulder blades together and pull your shoulder blades down into your back pockets as we do this. Think about pushing your chest through. Good. Let's do 4 more. There's 3. There's 2. Again, screw the arms down into the shoulder joint. And there's 1. Good. Body weight squats. Using that bar just to give you a little bit of leverage. We're going to do about 10 of these. Again, we lead our squat by pressing the hips back. The belly is in, our big toes are Velcro down. Let's do 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. And 1. Good. Again, adding movement to that hip joint. We're going to lift it up and over that imaginary box. Good. Let's do 2 more. There's 1. And switching sides. Again, closet bar is there to provide us just a wee bit of stability. There's 2, 3, 4. There's 5. We're going to do 1 more. 6. Good. Have a seat on your knees. Put a towel down if this is a little bit hard on your knees. I have a padded mat. We're just going to lay this bar right across our shoulders, working on our thoracic mobility. Keep the belly button and the knees facing forward as we rotate. Pause here at the resistance. Do a little dip like you're pouring water out of the end of the stick, and then rotate a little bit more. 1 more time, pouring water out of the end of the stick. Lift. 1 more baby rotation, and a dump. Good. Rotate back to the front. We're going to do the same thing other side. Pour water out, lift, rotate. Pour water out, lift, rotate. 1 last time. Good. Just gently go back and forth. Try to make this so big that your hips lift, your feet rock. Keep the belly button and the knees pointed forward. Working on that rib cage and up. That is our thoracic spine. So do 2 more. 2, 1, and done. Putting the stick down, we're gonna go back to our hips. Placing the knees out in the corners, we're just going to rotate. 90-degree angle, 90 degree, 90 degree, 90 degree. And we're going to flip side to side, using our hands for a little stability. If we can pick our hands up, great. I cannot. You can see I'm falling over. This side, I can. My hip mobility is a little bit better on this side. That tells me work on this side more. And I know which one it is. It's my right hip. Let's go back and forth 2 more times. 1 more time. Beautiful. Good. Hopefully that has provided you some range of motion that makes you feel like you can start tackling this workout. We're going to start with our dumbbells, okay? So grabbing our dumbbells, our first movement is going to be lower body. I'm going to move myself to the edge of that mat so I've got room. The movement pattern is going to be a deadlift and a lunge. Correction. Single deadlift, lunge. All right, we're going to do 10 of these. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, sternum to your nose, stitch your rib into your hips. Brace in your belly hard, not your low back. Take a breath. Reach the leg back, up, lunge, and pull in. Good. Reach out, step in. This is modification. If you cannot rip that foot off the ground, let it creep back there, allowing you some balance and support. Otherwise, reach. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Do not let the weight pull you forward. Squeeze. Belly in tight. We're halfway there. We got to do the other side too. Reach and lunge. Shoulders up, back, chest up, belly in. Don't let the load settle into your lower back. You've got this. Good. Hang in there. 2 more. This is number 9 and number 10. All right. We get to change sides. I'm going to go a little bit faster on this side, so get ready. Let's do our deadlift first. There's a deadlift, lunge, deadlift, lunge, belly in, sternum up, shoulders down out of your ears. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Squeeze that kindergarten pencil between your shoulder blades. We're hinging at our hip joint, not rounding in our waist. Keep it tight. There's 6. Come on. 7. 8. 2 more, 2 more. Brace. 9. Lift out of your arch if your foot is hurting. Come on, number 10. And 10. Good job. Putting the weights aside. I'm going to grab my heavier band. Feel free to grab a lighter or heavier, whatever is your preference. We're going to do banded push-ups. Taking the band, wrapping it around, and hang on to the handles or just hang on to the loops. Coming down on all fours, we're going to be doing high-low push-ups. Start with the hands underneath the shoulders, bracing in the belly. If you want to go to your toes, feel free to. I'm going to be on my knees, but remember, don't collapse in that low back. Pull the belly muscles in. High-low push-ups. One hand is higher, one hand is below the shoulder height. Down, up, switch, switch. Down, up, switch, switch. If you want to increase the tension within your band, sneak your hands up a little bit higher. Up, push, switch, switch. Pull those belly muscles in. Don't let the low back collapse like this. Hold it. Strong pelvic tilt. push, down, up, switch, switch. Whoo. Hang in there. We're going to do 2 more pairs. Because again, I can't count. 1 more pair. Good job. Woo. Sneak up on that band. Come close. Hands are underneath our shoulders now for single push-ups. For 10, 9, notice my elbows go back. They don't go out to the side. Belly in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more, and done. Oh, extended child pose. Nice little stretch in between before we go back to our legs. I'm going to use 1 dumbbell. We're going to be doing a squat with a press. Make sure we don't lock out our elbows. Keep the elbows soft at the top. We don't need to hyperextend, and we're not extending out from our shoulder joint. Keep everything 90% of an extension. You don't have to come all the way down, because if people do, they tend to round like this. So, make sure you squat like this. Flat back, not rounded, having the weight pull you forward. This is what it looks like. Press, squat, press. We're going to do 10 on the right, 10 on the left. Ready? Let's go. There's 1, 2, really explode up. 3, squeeze the glutes, drive the hips under. I lied. Let's do 15. Push it up, spot that weight, watch it. If you have ever worked with kettlebells, you know you would like to spot that weight. 4 more. 3 more because I can't count. 2, 1. Changing sides. Again, don't let the weight collapse you. Sternum up, hold that pencil, brace. Let's go. Press. Take a breath. Push it up. Spot the weight. Snap the hips under. Low back is long. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's a heart rate getter. Got my heart rate up. Hopefully got yours up. I'm going to grab a lighter band. We're going to do a combo move for the back next, where we're doing a lat pull down and also a rear delt fly. I'm just going to give it a twist so I feel it secure on me. And then we're going to start. We're going to start with that banding high overhead. All right? We're going to pull down, bring it down to shoulder height, pull apart. Overhead, pull down, shoulder height, pull apart. Pull down, pull apart. Up, down, pull apart. Really think about those shoulders when you pull the band apart. Don't turn in like this. Really think about lifting the sternum to the chest. Pull down, row, or fly, excuse me. Pull down, fly. Pull down, fly. Pull down, fly. How about 2 more? I'm kind of going by how much I'm burning. Hold down, and fly. Hold this. Bring it down. Press it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up overhead. Again, we're going to do the same thing. Pull it down. Pulse, 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 pulse. Pull it apart. Pull the band apart. Make that W. 8, 7, right underneath the armpits. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now for some fun. We're going to do some monster walks and glute kickbacks. I'm going to grab my heavier band. I'm going to step on this guy. Feel free to take this band, add more resistance by bringing it here. You can hold it at your hips, take your thumbs and just kind of hook them around your waist. I think that's pretty good for me. And all we're going to do is a little side raise. Notice I'm not doing this. Stay rock solid tall. Push the supporting leg through the floor and kick with the outside corner of your heel. Don't let the toes turn forward. All right, push, 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 push. Think about ice skating, or if you're rollerblading. You can't go anywhere if you're just going side to side, right? You gotta push it back, push it back, push it back. That's what I want us to do. Push back, like you're ice skating. Otherwise, if you're like this, you're in place. You gotta push, 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 push. You got 10, 9, 8, I'm dying already, 7, 6, 5, 4 more, 3, 2, 1, done. Coming to hands and knees. Might be easier to step on the tube first, then come down. We can do this several ways. Higher intensity, 2 hands, holding it in place. A little easier, hooking in 1 hand. Easier yet, at the elbow. All right? Pick your poison. You can always regress or progress. I'm going to start with both hands. Again, don't let the low back sink. Pull that belly in. Soften that knee. We're just going to press out and draw in. 10, 9, 8, and then you get going, you're like, ooh, no, I can't do 2. There's 6, 5, 4, maybe you have to go to your elbow. There's 3, I want you to play around with this. 2, and 1, no, we're not done. We're going to go to pulses now. Take it out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Belly up. 2, 1. Whew. Changing sides. Again, you might find it easier if you stand up. Get it around you. So otherwise you're reaching around, fiddling with it. So step on it first, then come down. And ready? Let's do this side. There's 10, 9, 8. Remember you did 2. You can do 1. You can always go to your elbow. The last 4. There's 3, 2, and 1. Again, no, we're not done. Take it back out for pulses. 10, 9, 8, belly up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, not done. 10 more. 9, 8, oh my gosh, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, is your belly up? 2, 1. Final round. I'm going to pick my lighter bands because this is a 3-part move. Working biceps, shoulders, and triceps. Stepping on the band. I like my circle one. If you got one, great. If not, ones with handles will work. All right? 1 foot, palms overhand. We're going to do a bicep curl. Press, tricep, and extend. Lower, biceps. This is a reverse curl bicep. Overhead, triceps. And I want you to note my elbows. Look how high my elbows are. All right? Do an elbow strike, press, triceps. Okay? Let's smooth this out. All right? Bicep, press, tricep, press. Bicep, press, tricep, press. Again. Bicep, press, tricep, press. Notice I'm not flaring through my ribs. Elbows high. Keeps the shoulders from being internally rotated. Push it, press. Push, press. Push, press. I think I forgot a couple triceps in there. That's all right. We got fun coming. Boom. Last two. One more. Good job. Do single bicep curls. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Get a burn here. 5, 4, 3, 2. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. This is why I wanted light tubing. 3, 2, 1. Now done. Presses. Again, don't let the shoulders be here. We're here. Let's go presses. 10, 9, 8. And again, we're doing 20. I always lie. Come on. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we can't forget the triceps. If you're using the handles, stepping through can be really helpful. Bring it overhead, and we're going to do 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 more. 8, 7. Stitch the ribs down. Don't let them flare. 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. That is our full workout for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's do just a little bit of stretching. I want you to take yourself, pat yourself on the back. That was pretty awesome. And then a little 5. Again, fingers, or your hand is where the fingers and the knuckles meet, gently pressing that palm back and changing sides. I'd like to encourage you to stretch throughout the day, especially if you're working from home, staying home, doing a lot of sitting. Use that door frame, stretch out those pecs. All right. If you can lace your fingertips behind your back, great. If you cannot, that's where that lovely tubing can come in handy. You can grab that guy. I want us to not let the shoulders round and do this. Sternum to the ear. Stitch the ribs to the hips. Notice my tailbone tucks under. And then think about reaching the hands down the back side, opening up through the chest. Good job. Using that closet bar, standing quadricep stretch. Start here in a nice relax. You don't feel any tension. Now, to gently feel that tension, pushing the shoestrings into my hand. I can feel it blossom right here in the hip flexor. Good. Heel out front. Hips squared. Hamstrings. Here, here. And changing legs. Again, start here. If you cannot grab your foot, grab a chair. Maybe get on the floor. You can always do the same thing from here. And then you just gently press your shoelaces into the floor. Find what works for you. Woo-hoo. Now going into our hamstring hips are squared. This is a hinge at the hip joint. This is not a hinge at the hip joint. Hip joint is right here. Oh, good job. And one more time for the back. If this bothers your knees, feel free to come up onto your shins. That thoracic mobility. Find where you stop. Again, don't let the hips turn with it. Keep the hips here. Pour water out at the end of the tube. One more. Breathe, hold here. And center. One more time. There's that resistance. See, I started to turn and that hip dropped back. Keep the hips forward. And rotate. Gentle rotation. Don't swing it super hard because then look, the hips get going. Gentle. Rib cage up. Low back is a little sore. Extended child pose. Keeping the knees together, directing that breath into the back. What feels absolutely wonderful is if you have a person you can trust to just gently press on your tailbone. Oh my gosh, it's like heaven. But again, have good feedback and make sure you can trust them. Don't have them be some honored person who's just gonna go wah and wailing on your back. But oh my gosh, it feels so good in the low back. So from here, hands go wide. Let's place our right hand on top of the left, sitting out on our left hip. Oh. Center and change. Good job today. I hope to be seeing people sometime soon at the rec center. Right now, we need to take care of ourselves first before we start stepping out. Wash your hands, wear those masks out of courtesy for others, and let's stay safe in this whole thing. Thank you. Have a good one.